Welcome back to Legacy Weekly. Our designer is Demima, our writer is Noteworthy59, and my name is Matthias Stinson. Superside Kian recently got all 4 of his wisdom teeth pulled out, and is taking a break from narrating for this week. With our Fs and chat paid, here are the events and highlights of the Legacy SMP this week. Starting off with SlicedLime, who literally blast right into his nether mega project, piling 7 stacks of TNT and the materials for a beacon pyramid into his toolbox. He begins glitch drilling through a patch of the bedrock ceiling, one indestructible block at a time.
You'll be seeing it as a series of time lapses, but for me this is probably going to take several days.
His crazily original idea is a nether volcano that has recently erupted. The fiery inlet, large enough for Legates to fly in and out of the nether. In the smoke cloud that forms above, a donut gold farm will replace Vigoman's wiped construction.
We'll build a massive, nice looking build around it. Many of the other Legates have said that they want to join in on this as well, and it'll be in different layers and different sections looking like a big cloud. And inside of that cloud, we'll have a donut gold farm.
And if you thought Lime was done with the explosive montages, think again. He sets his blast through the ceiling to a beat, then TNT dupes his way into the warped forest below. A resistance 2 beacon is set up all the way under the hole, and he forges the strangest blade promised last week to finish off his episode.
Of course, it's the sword that we found that nobody will claim. It is the Stranger's Blade.
This arduous feat of rock shattering was assisted in no small part by Logical Geek Boy, who stops by to give him 10 shulker boxes filled with gunpowder.
Here we go, just a little bit of TNT. Just a little bit of TNT.
After attaching a crucial deactivation switch to his iron farm, Logic turns the tide on his fortress's spawning spaces by covering every last block with an iron pressure plate. For the greater good of his later farms, he sacrifices both blaze spawners, as they would only have been an annoyance from now on.
With what I've got planned, they're just going to be in the way. They're not going to be any use at all. And I've got a better idea for a much better blaze spawner, or a much better blaze farm, should I say.
The neighboring basalt delta is giving the same metallic treatment to put the brakes on spawning of magma cubes. Logic bulldozes a sizable chunk of the fortress for extra room, leaving markers of the 2 intersections where wither skeletons would spawn. As a final precaution, he pens and breeds a pair of striders over and over. Their population helps override the unwanted spawning of Soul Valley mobs, according to a Nimbomb snapshot video.
That will hopefully reduce some of the spawns of the other mobs in this biome, the other mobs that spawn in this biome, which are obviously the ghast and the skeleton. So the pen goes all the way around this central column where the AFK spot is down below.
More master plans are unfolding, and Avomance helps lay the groundwork for one in a medieval town square meeting. Gathered before the dispenser of judgment, each legate enters a district vote as well as an optimistic pickup line.
And I think Asian is going to be the best place because of the architecture. Just imagine Japanese style castles and pagodas and all this kind of stuff.
I've got the fantasy zone because frankly that is going to be everybody's fantasy to build in. That we know that.
Oh.
And the winning lottery number is... Fantasy! Much to Avo's delight. Everyone rocks out to Pearl's Pick Step and Sausage's Fisco party for a while. Their pun, not ours. Before soaring over to the Fantasy District. They flatten out an area for the future hub and excitedly discuss build ideas.
The fishbowl is floating in a fishbowl.
I want to see a fishbowl that's like inside of a shark's mouth.
Avo himself grinds some essential resources and accessories in preparation for the build wave. Then hits a different jackpot. The light blue shulker box from Python and Sausage's claw machine.
And we've got, oh, look at this. Oh yes, this is what I'm talking about.
And lastly, there's Vigoman, who relinks his steampunk portal, buys some wood and purchases a top tier crossbow from Python's shop.
Cool, so let's see if this one works now. Oh, look at that. Hello? Woo!
Despite not being able to attend the group vote, he jumps right over to the Fantasy District saying hello to a legate or two and immediately building up his first edition. An overturned log sunk into the ground, with fungus and foliage creeping across its surface. Its homely features include a pair of window arches, a wheat patch out front, and an organically shaped tower sticking out the top.
It's basically like a branch of the log that's sticking out, and they've carved it out, added a little bit of a top to it.
Viggo stopped the exterior work for now, embracing the challenge of an uneven interior with the outside features provided.
Aren't on the same level, but that means we're gonna have like a lot of interior elevations, like some smaller stairs.
And that's going to do it for this recap. Our designer is the Mima, our writer is Noteworthy59, and my name is Matthias Stinson. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next week on Legacy Weekly.